Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Palmer Luckey.
Thank you so much for coming out to support the president today. I'm your host, Palmer Luckey. Welcome to my home. I have a few short remarks to say. First, I'm going to start by saying, turn up the volume for this. Thank you for all the boats out on the bay. Thanks for coming to see Trump. And a big thanks for all the music from the Beach Boys, Skunk Baxter, our very own Bill Doddridge, and all the way from Maine, our former congressman, Dana Rohrabacher. Now, I'm only 28 years old, so I haven't had nearly as much time to do as much as the people who live in Newport Beach. They tend to be just a tiny bit older than me. But one thing that I have been doing longer than almost anybody is supporting Donald Trump's ambitions for president. I first read Donald Trump's best-selling essential book, The Art of the Deal, when I was 13 years old. Almost 20 years after he wrote it. The things he'd done and the way they'd done them inspired me to become an entrepreneur myself. Now, a few years later, Trump was asked during a television interview if he would ever consider running for president. And he said that he would only do it if there was no other choice, if he was the only one who could save America, and if enough people told him that that was so. So, knowing that Trump doesn't really do the email thing, I immediately sat down with a real piece of paper and a real pen, wrote him a letter and mailed it to him, encouraging him to run for president. Later, in 2011, I even posted on Facebook about how great it would be for Donald Trump to be president of the United States. I was ahead of the curve on that one at least. I knew that we needed a businessman in office. Now, I dropped out of college to start my first company, Oculus, when I was 19 years old. Dropped out of journalism school, by the way. I liked the press back then, not so much anymore. I grew that company from just me and my best friend Chris in a condemned motel room into a virtual reality powerhouse using what I learned from Trump, from Art of the Deal. How to stay under budget and ahead of schedule. How to cut through bureaucracy. How to use the media for your favor and to turn favor towards you and turn that into dollars for my employees, my investors, and myself. I sold that company to Facebook for a few $billion dollars, moved to Silicon Valley, and in 2016, I donated $10,000 to a pro-Trump group, and I was instantly put in exile and eventually fired. It cost me bigly. Now, the greatest Jedi Knight of all time, Obi-Wan Kenobi, spoke in enduring wisdom moments before he was struck down by Darth Vader. He said, "If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine." Since being exiled from Silicon Valley, I've used my money to build technology for our military, our great U.S. Customs and Border Protection, and I've also done a lot of events like this to help support the president, his mission of keeping America great. And it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for people like you supporting the president and supporting the House and Senate members who make his agenda possible. So, a big thanks to you, a big thanks to Mr. Trump for helping me get to where I am. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare a tremendous round of applause because I am proud to introduce your president, everyone's president,